Hey everyone out there, it's John. Welcome back to another food review with me inside the car. Today I'm going to a place I typically go when I look at, when I get my eyes looked at, because it's right next to my doctor's office. Arby's. Also because it's hard to get to them, but it's convenient when I'm here. Anyway, I have a few things to try here at Arby's. All things that are either new or a limited time offer. And I'm going to start with a side dish. You can get this in a combo to replace the curly fries if you want, but it's a thing that both KFC and Chick-fil-A have done macaroni and cheese there, and now Arby's has macaroni and cheese, and they're saying there's a white cheddar mac and cheese. If you look at that, if I tip it, is it going to fall? No, it's stuck in there. Let's see how it is. Let's get a, does it have a macaroni sound? Did you get that? It's very creamy. Definitely not a bake style. It's more of the stovetop creamy style of macaroni and cheese. No real shreds of melted cheese on top. The flavor is definitely of a white cheddar nature. The noodles are they're tender but firm. I think they really use a noodle that's going to hold up to being in a vat of cheese all day and not get soggy. But it's nice. It has a nice bit of salt to it. Good umami cheese flavor. Almost like an aged cheddar. It's actually pretty good. I'm definitely going to eat this and be satisfied. Arby's new macaroni and cheese, really good. You should definitely try it. If not, as a replacement for your curly fries, maybe an addition. Who knows? It's definitely A range. We'll say a 9 out of 10. If they had like some crispy cheese on top, it would definitely be a 10 out of 10. The flavor is definitely there where you want it to be. Now, moving on. One of the first things my channel ever did, and continues to do a few times every year, is fish sandwiches. Now, fish sandwiches get popular around this time of the year because of Lent, and you can only eat fish as your meat source on Fridays during that time. So a lot of places go out and they either just are advertising the regular fish sandwich that they normally have, or they have a limited time version of it or a deluxe version of it. If you've seen my videos in the past, you know that I gave Arby's a very low rating for their fish sandwich. Now they have a limited time for their sandwiches now. They have the regular fish. They have their, I think it's called like Supreme or Jumbo or Deluxe. That's what, Deluxe fish, which comes on a Hawaiian roll with tomatoes and lettuce. I think I had that one before. But this year, they have a new thing called Fish and Cheddar. They're adding the cheddar sauce they have on their normal Arby sandwiches and putting it on their fish fillet sandwich. So since it's the new item for this year, I'm going to try it out. They still have the shredded lettuce that I didn't really care for. I am eating it as fresh as I can. I just pulled around the drive-thru, so hopefully we won't have soggy, nasty lettuce like we had last time. Here we go. This has no flavor to it. Okay. That bite had like a pocket of tartar sauce underneath it. It was like the first real flavor I got out of this sandwich. I'm disappointed. The cheddar doesn't really add flavor to it. If you compare the flavor of this cheese to the flavor of the cheese in that macaroni, it's night and day. The macaroni was salty umami. You could definitely tell it was cheddar. This yellow cheese on here is like the slightest hint of salt in it, but no real cheesiness at all. And their fish fillets are very plain. There's not much seasoning in the breading at all. There's not much seasoning on the fish at all. It's like a plain white fish. Not even like, there's not even salt or pepper in that breading. Very bland. The lettuce is not doing anything. I can at least say that lettuce is at least fresh and not wet. The only flavor in this sandwich at all is the tartar sauce. Very disappointing. You have not improved on the fish sandwich this year, Arby's. Another year where if you're lenting, you should avoid Arby's because their fish option is not good. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. Usually I say 5 out of 10 is bland. I'm giving this just below that just because how disappointed I am. Third thing from Arby's today. I had a feeling I was going to be disappointed by the fish sandwich, so excuse me. I wanted to get something that I knew Arby's is good for, and that's a beef sandwich. But this is a limited time beef sandwich because it has bacon and brisket on top of it. So you have the bacon, the cheese, the brisket, and then you can see there's roast beef underneath there. And if one thing Arby's does good, it's roast beef. So even if the brisket and the bacon in here is not that good, you still have a beef and cheddar sandwich in there. Let's go ahead and taste it. A lot of times, people think, oh, Arby's, those giant meat sandwiches with every type of meat they make on it, how are you be able to taste all of them individually? How they work together? Is it good or not? This one is actually good. You get the base of their regular beef and cheddar sandwich, which has the Arby sauce underneath it. It has the cheese on top, which didn't really taste much on the fish. It's not like this is super cheesy flavoring. I actually think it's the Arby sauce that mixes with the cheese sauce that ends up making it taste good. But you have that base of the beef sandwich, but then the brisket, I don't know if you could see it, it has like a little bit of smoke ring on it. So you get like a little smoky flavor out of that. And then the bacon still has a little bit of crisp to it. And that adds more smoke, more salt, more umami flavors to that. Now, that layers the flavors. So I can definitely taste that distinctive Arby's roast beef. But then that brisket adds a different layer to it. And the bacon adds a little bit more, because the bacon doesn't cover everything, so you don't get it in every bite, but when you do, you can definitely tell it's there. It's smoky, it's salty, and then the Arby's sauce and the cheese mixed together to give you another classic flavor. It's good. Personally, I would probably just order a larger beef sandwich than get all this stuff on it, just because I like their beef sandwiches and the flavor of them. But this is not bad, and if you like that smoky saltiness added to a sandwich, you're going to like this. Definitely. I'm going to give it a 7.8 out of 10. Definitely good. Arby's. And that's it for this review. Those 3 items. Hope you liked it. The best one for sure out of these 3 is this macaroni, and I was actually very surprised. I was going to think that I was taking a bite of this and it was just watery blandness, especially because it's not the baked kind. But the cheesiness in here, it tastes really good, like aged cheddar. If they put this cheese in this and put it on the sandwiches in place of the more orange cheddar, you could probably really taste the cheese on the sandwich. Anyway, hope you liked the video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I'm closely approaching 900 subs, only 100 away from the glorious 1,000, where I can start making all the monies from the channel. And help me get there by subscribing. Just click it down below. Anyway, see you later. Bye.